Okay, let's get into it. Last Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, Confessions of a Christmas Letter premiered on the Hallmark channel, aka Countdown to Christmas. I wanted to show you the cast because I feel like the cast deserves a shout out. And okay, so this was one of those movies where, wait, let me go back to the cover of the movie. So you see the cast, right? Alec is gonna play Juan, Lillian is Lily, Angela is, I think, Seti. Okay, let me go back to this. Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to show you guys, once again, what they look like on set. All right, so for Confessions of a Christmas Letter, so I started it Monday night when I was just super busy, preoccupied, all in my feelings, and I'm like, this is another BS movie. I'm not going to enjoy it. But the next day, Tuesday evening, I decided to settle in, turn this on, after trying to restart it, I think, twice on Monday, and just really try to take it in. Because I had read comments where people said they shut it off within the first 10 minutes or the first 30 minutes. It was painful to watch. And I was like, man, this is going to be another one of those movies. And I barely got through Jingle Bell Run, right? Absolutely not. If you shut off Confessions of a Christmas Letter, you are missing out. Okay, I've already texted Megan. I'm actually giving this movie an 8 out of 10. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. And I'm going to tell you why. Even though it's another competition movie where the competition is about Christmas letters, like the Christmas letter of the year type of thing for this particular neighborhood, and it just seems like a bizarre thing. And even though people complain that Angela's character had this high-pitched voice the entire time and they just couldn't take it, I have to tell you, if you're in a place where you can get past that, there are so many gems in this movie. I found myself freaking laughing my ass off in certain places. And I felt like after the first 30 minutes, the movie really picked up and I ended up enjoying it. I have since watched it twice so I can make sure that my second review of it is actually correct, that I enjoyed this movie, and I may even leave it on my DVR for the rest of the Christmas season. So here we are. We're following the Rose family who live in this fabulous neighborhood, but they've got an annoying know-it-all neighbor named Sue. Okay, Sue wins all the Christmas competitions. I think for the last 18 years, she has won the Christmas letter competition. She has a disgusting personality. She's not a great neighbor. She stops by uninvited. It's just a mess. Seti really hates it, but since Sue seems to run the town, she just kind of puts up with it. Everybody else puts up with it, even though it's so uncomfortable. So this Christmas, she decides her family is going to win the Christmas letter writing competition. Her whole family's skeptical. Her son is like, I don't want to be involved anymore in these terrible Christmas letters. Her daughter, Lily, just returns from Italy and is like, sure, Mom, we can do some crazy stuff. Her parents live with her and they're supportive. Her husband is supportive. They're all like, okay, Seti, let's go ahead. Let's see if we can win this competition. So what Seti decides to do is invite her favorite writer, Juan, who lives in Puerto Rico, to invite him to her small town in, I think it was Connecticut, to invite him to Connecticut for Christmas so that he can write the family Christmas letter and the Roses can win this year. At first, Juan knows nothing about this, but his abuelo and Tito Carlos, they decide that he should get out of Puerto Rico because he's got writer's block, and maybe going to take this writing job in Connecticut is going to be the best thing for him. So they immediately tell him he's got a writing gig, he needs to go to Connecticut, and he's got to leave tomorrow. Juan agrees and heads to Connecticut, but doesn't really know what he signed on for. He gets into his cab at the airport, and apparently is doing rideshare, and in comes Lily, who's also going to the Rose house from Italy, and the two of them are in the car. So they say hi to each other, and they don't even realize, that they're going to be spending Christmas together. The Uber pulls up in front of the Rose house. Lily hops out, and the Uber driver says to Juan, hey, I don't know what you got yourself into, but this is your stop too. He gets out, and at first, Seti sees Lily and thinks Juan is Lily's like boyfriend or something. And then she realizes he is the writer that is there to save Christmas. And so Lily's like, okay, this is weird, but I'm down for whatever. Hey, family. So Juan quickly starts to get to know the Rose family, and he starts to fall in love with them, including Lily. Let me tell you, Lily and Juan had some great chemistry, but the comedic timing of the entire family, including Tito Carlos and Abuelo, I mean, Juan's uncle and grandfather brought so much to this, even though they are not in a majority of the scenes in the movie. We get a little taste of Puerto Rico as they're talking their native tongue, but we also see that they really love Juan. They want him to be happy. We see that Seti really loves Lily and wants her to be happy. So once Juan gets to Connecticut, he is still a bit blocked. So he starts to interview the family separately. Seti does things like give them little notes of what to say to Juan, but he sees right through it. Soon Juan shows Seti that her family is as amazing as she thinks they are when she writes those Christmas letters every year. Meanwhile, Sue mistakenly thinks that Juan is another fiance of Lily's. Apparently Lily's fiance left her the Christmas before, and now she has a new one, aka Juan. Let me tell you, I laughed through this movie so much because it wasn't fake dating for the family. It was like fake dating to protect your family, right? And the thing about it is you can immediately see that Lily's free spirit and Juan's structure, they mix together. Sue makes a lot of jabs at Lily, saying that she can't keep a man for nothing. And it is just some funny stuff. Now, would I want neighbors like this? No, but it's just hilarious, the stuff that happened in this movie. Anyway, as Juan is falling in love with the Rose family in general, he realizes this was a great idea. His writer's block goes away. He starts working on a new book, and he starts working on the Rose family Christmas letter. We soon find out that Sue with her disgusting personality, does not write these Christmas letters. It's actually her husband who writes these tender Christmas letters that have won 18 years in a row. Once Seti sees that, she decides she doesn't want someone else to write her family's story, Christmas story. She is going to write it herself. Not only does Seti write it from her heart, but she wins the Christmas letter competition for her town. And Tito Carlos and Abuelo, they thought Juan had been kidnapped because ever since he arrived in Connecticut, he had not responded to any of their texts or phone calls. So they hop on a plane, they put on their thickest jackets, and they go to find Juan, who is now embraced in the Rose family. The Rose family quickly opens up their door to Tito Carlos and Abuelo, and they decide that this merging of family is perfect. They see that Lily and Juan have really hit it off, and this is going to be a spectacular Christmas for both families. This was some good family fun filled with lots of gems. Like I said, if you can get past Seti's screeching tone, and I take it as excitement, you will get into this character and see that this character very much loves her family. Some people compared it to Haul Out the Holly. I disagree. I did not enjoy Haul Out the Holly. None of the movies. I never found the comedic timing to be perfect. I thought there were some hilarious gems in here. I did ask Megan to watch this when she has the time so she can tell me what she thinks of it. But I found myself laughing, and I found myself very much in the Christmas spirit, and very much enjoyed cultures being blended so innocently and perfectly. We end the movie with Abuelo reading "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" in Espanol. And I just thought that was so cute. Now, for the Hallmarkies that are 50 and up and they don't like squinting at the screen, this may have been a problem. But I think that this was actually perfect. A perfect blend of cultures, a very fun script, and that's why I'm giving Confessions of a Christmas Letter an 8 out of 10, and I am shocking myself because I thought to myself, I'm going to hate this movie. The first 15 to 30 minutes, I'm like, what is going on? But then after that, it is laughter, it is love, and it is Christmas, people. All right, it's KJM, and I'm out. You guys let me know if you watch this movie. Shout out to the entire cast. It was so fun. Thank you once again, and I'm adding you to my Christmas collection. Bye-bye.